Hi guys, good afternoon and welcome back. Today we want to try and explore one of the biggest informal settlements in an area called the Parklands. So come with me as we explore this informal settlement that is tucked in the middle of this rich man's neighborhood, and see its sights and sounds and how it usually looks like on a time like this during the day or on a weekday. Like I've always indicated in my previous videos, is that you'll always find an element of a surprise in these rich neighborhoods, because wherever there's a rich neighborhood, you'll always find that an informal settlement is usually tucked deep into that estate. Parklands is really developing. It's moving away from single uses into these tall apartments. And again, you understand that just to cure the void that is brought about with the challenges in housing, that these apartment blocks can be able to put away so many families within a space of one single use. A space like that one, this building, the one that is being constructed over here, you can get so many people into that space. So today we want to explore an area of Parklands that you never knew existed. It's called the Blue Sea, or the Deep Sea, sorry. It's called the Deep Sea. Again, like I indicated in my previous video, that most of these rich neighborhoods usually draw a lot of their labor from the informal settlement. And so it is also very important informal settlement, because it brings about that element of service delivery. So this town or this area of Parklands cannot exist without this informal settlement, because it's most of these residents who live in the informal settlement who usually provide service, very essential services, like au pair services, house chore services or domestic chore services, working in the service industry, factories, the build industry or the built environment. So it really contributes to the financial well-being or the financial development of a town like this one or an area like this one. So guys, as we get to this stretch, this is where we find the Deep Sea. An informal settlement that is tucked deep inside Parklands. You can see all those apartment blocks, because the landscape of Parklands is completely changing. From single use to apartment blocks. And again, Kenya just being a visa-less country, it means that so many people are pouring into our country. They will need accommodation. So guys, this is the deep sea. I think I can chance upon this stretch. Just to show how it is. Habari yako sa? Kuna zile umbo ambazo nimeona pale ziko na manyoya ni za nani? Nilikuwa natafuta. Yeah.
Unataka moja? Ni za mama mwingine hapo anaitwa nini?
Nishainunua moja kitambo lakini I don't remember the place. Yeah.
Ni za mama mwingine hapo hata anakuanga hapo juu. Ukiuliza
niulizie tu hapo. Niulizie tu hapo.
Hapo juu tu.
Sasa pita hapo.
Hapo unaweza pita. Upande pale. Unaona kwa ile mti?
Yeah.
Hiyo ukuta imepanda juu mpaka juu. Ile mti iko pale.
Okay.
Ukifika hapo kuna ukuta imepanda juu. Hiyo njia ndio utapanda nayo kwa hapo katikati.
Okay,
sasa ukifika hapo utaziona hapo katikati hiyo maumbo na mwenyewe hapo hapa, lakini ukifika hapo juu tu pande ile. Ukifika kwa mwenyewe hapo mali zinazungukia tu.
Okay, thank you so much. I saw some very good dogs up front. But I sought to know whether I can actually find the owner. They are called vegetarians. So guys, this is how this informal settlement looks like. It's called the deep sea. Hi guys, welcome back. Early on, I found myself in a situation whereby I would have run into what we call headwinds in terms of security. So just had to cut short the video, but nonetheless I'm actually back, and so that is the deep sea that we were exploring back there, an informal settlement that is in a place called Parklands. Been able to show you its sights and its sounds and how it is usually looks like during the day. And mostly when you're doing a video in an informal settlement and you're doing it solo without a guide, caution is usually called. A lot of caution is required. course, in informal settlement, while we have so many good people, some of them not so good, So you must be very, very cautious. So like saying earlier, that informal settlement is one of the biggest informal settlements in the Parkland area of Nairobi, Kenya. And it's one of the area that produces a lot of labor that is required to sustain most of these projects, like building these apartments, working in the service industry, which is the hotel industry, manufacturing industry, sales, all other sectors of the economy. To get most of the bulk of the personnel who usually do that come from the informal settlement like this one. But what are the advantages of having an informal settlement in an area like this? The first one is most of the residents will not need transportation to go to their places of work. That is the first one. The second one, commuting from far-flung places to come to work, a place like Westlands, there's a lot of inconvenience that is, or can be occasioned. And then again, the amount of money that most of these residents draw from their places of work is very, very little. So it cannot be able to cater for transportation from far-flung places. And so having an area like that one, where residents can comfortably walk from their residential area to their places of work, is a very, is one of the positive sides of having an informal settlement within an area like this one. But the negatives also are there. Number one, a lot of insecurity is usually occasioned in an area like this. That is for sure, that's a given. That's why you can see the protection that is usually put in place. Okay, very high walls, razor wires, and electric fences, just to make sure that insecurity is put at bay. That's what usually happens. Most of it usually is insecurity. All these walls, very, very well secured, to ward off any intruders that may want to perpetrate an element of insecurity. But then again, a police station just built around this place, or a police residential area that is built just within this area, okay, maybe to ward off any insecurity that that can be organized from that area, or maybe to offer a buffer zone between the two divides, the divide of the rich and the poor. Because the poor will always try to take from the rich, because they feel they are less advantaged. They feel that the rich are privileged. So that divide will never go away. Whether you are in a European country, whether you are in Africa, very, very different dynamics coming into play. Because you cannot equate a homeless person in America and a homeless person in Kenya. You cannot equate a homeless person in not actually a homeless person, a poor person in America. You cannot equate that person to a poor person in Africa. It's a totally different dynamics, two complete divides. Okay? So that's how it usually plays out. So guys, that's how it is. I think maybe we'll halt our video from here and ask those who haven't subscribed to kindly do so. Don't just watch some of these videos and leave it at that. Help us make this community a very strong community that will continue to showcase some of these hidden areas that you've never known actually existed. As for myself, I just realized that there's got wind that there's an informal settlement in Parklands that I never known existed before. You see? So kindly subscribe so that every given time when we put out a video like this, YouTube will or Google will notify you that we've actually dropped a video, so that you can watch it. For those who subscribed as usual, we'd like to thank you most sincerely and to congratulate you from the depth of my heart for sharing, for watching, for positive comments, sometimes critics, which is very, very important because they make this community a very, very strong community. I'll see you on the next one.